Welcome to Daily Dictation. This week we're going to talk about the topic, impact of climate change in the Arctic. So this is more of an academic topic, perhaps. This video is for low intermediate English speakers. It is aimed to help you practice your English skills. More specifically, it's going to help you practice your listening and your writing skills. So to do this, you are going to listen to 5 sentences about this topic, and you are going to write down each sentence the best you can according to what you hear me say. At the end of this video, you will have a list of vocabulary words related to this topic. Let's get started. So daily dictation takes place from Monday to Friday. There are new sentences each weekday, new topics each week. There's 2 English levels offered. There's a vocabulary list and practice worksheets available as well for this topic. So to do this exercise, this is an interactive exercise, so you will need a blank piece of paper and a pencil. You can also use a document to type in. 5 sentences will be read. Each sentence will be read 3 times and 1 more time at the end. You have to write down each sentence as you hear it, so you will use your listening skills. Try your best to apply the correct spelling, punctuation, and capitalization. Okay, so here we can see there's numbers 1 to 5. Each number represents a different sentence that I will read. We're going to start with number 1. Number 1. Icebergs melt due to rising temperatures caused by climate change. Icebergs melt due to rising temperatures caused by climate change. Icebergs melt due to rising temperatures caused by climate change. Number 2. The thawing Arctic affects wildlife habitats drastically. The thawing Arctic affects wildlife habitats drastically. The thawing Arctic affects wildlife habitats drastically. Number 3. Glacial landscapes are disappearing rapidly. Glacial landscapes are disappearing rapidly. Glacial landscapes are disappearing rapidly. Number 4. Temperature variations impact ice and wildlife. Temperature variations impact ice and wildlife. Temperature variations impact ice and wildlife. Number 5. Climate change threatens the survival of Arctic wildlife. Climate change threatens the survival of Arctic wildlife. Climate change threatens the survival of Arctic wildlife. Now I will read each sentence one more time, starting from the top. Number 1. Icebergs melt due to rising temperatures caused by climate change. Number 2. The thawing Arctic affects wildlife habitats drastically. Number 3. glacial landscapes are disappearing rapidly. Number 4. Temperature variations impact ice and wildlife. Number 5. Climate change threatens the survival of Arctic wildlife. All right, great job, everyone. I'm sure you did a wonderful job spelling today. Let's go ahead and check our answers. So before we look at the answers, if you had a hard time and it was a little bit too fast, you can listen again. And when you listen again, you can adjust the playback speed in the video settings to make it a little bit slower. If you need to listen to a specific sentence again, just check the description for timestamps, and this will help you listen to specific sentence numbers again. But if you feel like you got everything and you don't need to listen again or rewatch it, then let's go ahead and check. So here we will see our sentences pop up, starting with number 1. Icebergs melt due to rising temperatures caused by climate change. Number 2. The thawing Arctic affects wildlife habitats drastically. 3. Glacial landscapes are disappearing rapidly. Number 4. Temperature variations impact ice and wildlife. Number 5. Climate change threatens the survival of Arctic wildlife. All right, so here are in bold the words that we're going to be focusing on this week. We have icebergs, temperatures, climate change, thawing, wildlife, glacial, climate change, and so on. So for these ones, you're going to see them pop up throughout this week. So practice those. Now, you might also have some new words. I want to point out Arctic. Arctic, this is capital because it's a proper noun. It talks about a specific place or region in the world. So Arctic, because this is a proper noun, we see that it's capitalized here. Same thing down here, capitalized there because it's a proper noun. Wildlife. Wildlife is one thing. So because it's used to describe one thing, it's called a compound noun, whereas a compound of 2 words, wild and life put together, wildlife is 1 word. So keep that in mind this week. Wildlife is 1 word. Drastically, here we have double L before the Y, so keep that in mind as well. Lots of times adverbs add ly onto the adjective form. So for this one, rapid is the adjective, rapidly plus ly is the adverb, and this one has 2 L's at the end here. All right, so practice these words, and here in the next part, we're just going to see what words we are focusing on again to help you remember. This is your vocabulary list for this week. So we have the word ice, melt, thaw, iceberg, glacial, habitats, climate change, temperature, and wildlife. So study these words, become familiar with them. Feel good about knowing the different word forms of some of these words. For example, thaw. Thaw is a verb, and this is it in the base form, but you could say thawed or thawing as well. So become familiar. Today we had thawing with the ing in our example sentences. And some of the long ones, temperature. Be familiar with the spelling for that. Iceberg. Iceberg has a lot of vowels. Sometimes vowels are kind of tricky to get the hang of. Lots of people mistake this E for a U or A or other vowels. So keep that in mind. Melt has different word forms to know. Ice has different word forms to know. So study those and you'll see them again tomorrow. that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like this video, and check the description for today's daily dictation worksheet. On that worksheet, you will find a list, and the list will have all of those vocabulary words on the previous slide, but you will also have definitions, example sentences with them, and there's a few activities so you can practice them. So you're going to have fill in the blank activities, a quiz that will test you on your understanding of the words. Then you'll also have a reading comprehension activity with some short answer questions and a passage. And you're going to have an essay question as well. The essay question will prompt you to write an essay about this topic and use these vocabulary words. So very good to know. And please check again soon. See you next time. Bye bye.